That's good. More thing. YouTube. History. Where be my history? I need that background sound. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where is what? Engineers. Luck be a lady. Great song. Man, it's been a while. Luck be a lady tonight. Alright, so we're not gonna look at okay, sound DnD. Luck be a lady tonight.
Is that Sinatra or Sinatra Jr.?
Sinatra. Yeah.
I think so.
There was a Hank Williams and Hank Williams Jr.
Artist you mentioned? Who did the original? Luck be a lady. I thought, yeah, Sinatra did the original, didn't he?
I think so.
It says from Guys and Dolls, 1955. Such a great song. All right. Ash, would you care to give us the recap from the previous session? Maybe. She here? She hear me? Steven, you there? Ashley, you there?
Can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Oh, I was pressing the wrong button the whole time. Usually Steve holds down the button. Okay. Last time we started in the Merchant Tunnel and we made our way to the large cavern to rest up. We saw a lot of people in said cavern. Some were waiting in line to get soup. Others were just resting. Mellor went to go make camp for us. I went in line for soup. I met a tabaxi woman and a half-orc. Amiko was the tabaxi woman. We got some soup and we purchased a map of the level 2 cavern. And then we had a long rest. We woke up to get ready to leave, and then suddenly all the lights went out, and a loud, booming voice throughout the cavern says to stay out. I used the drift globe to light up the cavern, and we saw 3 drow. The left drow was holding the half-orc that was dishing out the soup by his severed head. Possessed a sword that has gray smoke swirling around it. There was a beautiful woman drow with long silver hair in the middle, and the right drow had a tattoo of a spider that stretched across the left side of his face. They're all in black leather and black coats, and they were all hovering in the air. And then black swirled around them, and she transformed into a massive spider, and the other 2 jumped on her back, and she ran away. And then more spiders came to attack us, and we had an epic battle that led to victory. And then I went unconscious again. And after all the spiders were dead, we heard sounds of a distant battle, and we found a dark-colored female rogue battling a large ice spider queen, and she defeated the ice spider. So that's where we left off.
All right. So, here you guys are, standing in a cavern where everybody but a single solitary warrior is just decimated, standing amongst a pile of blood and guts, both insect and humanoid. You kind of stand bewildered at the sheer prowess that this adventurer has shown on the battlefield. She is standing to the side with her head down, wiping the blood from her blade, and isn't really paying too much of a mind in your direction, although you get the sense that she realizes you're there. Huh?
We did speak to them last time.
I don't believe you did. I think the very last part that we left off on was you guys were just watching her.
We sort of spoke to her. She was fighting, and I know I ran up and pulled out my psionic blades, and I think she turned to me and said, "No, I got this."
Ah, okay.
I think that's the extent of the communication.
All right. What do you guys do?
I want to go up to this rogue and show them some sort of sign of respect, but I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I'll just say that's some mighty fine fighting if you're there.
She'll glance over, kind of give a slight nod, and say, waste enough of your life down in these caves, and you'll be able to do the same. I don't recommend it, though. Sucks your life away without much of a reward. And then she sheathes her blade and starts to look through the bodies of the people that were killed around her.
That's a good idea. I will ask her, what are your next steps? Are you going after the three that did this? And I will also start looking around as well. Yes, the drow.
She just kind of says it rhetorically, shaking her head and kind of glances at you. Kind of smirks that you didn't pick up on the fact that it was in fact rhetorical. And she says, the drow really aren't my fight. I can handle them just fine, but I tend to stay out of their way. Though there are many, many people who have war with the drow on their agenda.
What do they want?
How many of us know what the drow are and what they mean?
Are you asking that out of character?
Yes, out of character.
I think probably everyone here should know what the drow are, I imagine. I think, Amanda, do you know enough about the drow at this point to understand what they are? Dark elves? Your character would definitely know. But if you need me to fill you in on anything about the drow, you let me know. Shit like that, it's really not much per se. It's different. They have a whole history in this realm. I can fill you in later. But what is it? Ashley, I'm sorry, what was your question?
What is their agenda? If you know.
she said a few things like when they came in. Any chance you could just remind us what they? I think it was just mostly about murdering all of us, but I think there was some stuff at the end that I can't recall.
As she's going through the bodies of the dead in her area, she takes one of them by the shoulder and kind of with a bit of a grunt flips the body over onto its back, searches at his waist, and lifts something out of his waistband, and she kind of just, you see she holds it up. You can tell it's broken, you don't really know what it is, and she casts it aside and goes, "Jacob, you son of a bitch, you had one job." And she kind of hits him right in the fucking chest and lowers her head and just goes, "Ugh." The drow want everyone dead and out of these caves. That's the long and short of it. And she continues to go through pockets and robes and satchels, and she kind of takes a thing here and a thing there, but you notice that she doesn't take anything big. It's just small things that she can fit in a pocket or in her in like a side pouch or satchel.
Can I look around to see if any of the people are like somewhat still alive or might need like a medicine help that I could help out? And if they're already dead and donezo, I will also search through their bodies.
Yeah, you can start looking through the cave and see if anyone is just wounded instead of dead.
I would like to go through one of the corpses that they haven't searched yet, find all of the little things that they seem to be collecting, and lay them out in front of the corpse that they haven't searched, so it's easier for them as a sign of good faith, as a way to establish a friendship of sorts.
You're saying, so the body's near this person, you want to search for her?
A body that they haven't searched yet. I'll pick out all the little things that they seem to be collecting and lay them out next to the body for them as a way to establish a means of communication.
As you start
doing what they're doing for them, yeah.
When you start, she'll just say, "No, not these people here. Not until I've finished. Anyone else in this room but them."
I nod and back away.
Like her tea or her family or something.
Sure, you can answer. No, you know you didn't. You gotta roleplay it. It's a role-playing game.
Who were these people? Were they your family or your team?
You could call them family, though not by blood. It doesn't matter anymore. It always seems to end this way. All you can do is move on. And she fastens some things inside her pouch, tightens it to her waist as she finishes searching through the third deceased member of this small party that was by her. And she stands up, pauses for a minute to say, you imagine saying a word in silence, and turns to begin to leave.
Can I shout, "Hey dancer, what's your name?"
She'll stop and look over. And she'll say, The name is Sora Dahlia. I assume, though, you haven't heard that name yet. You all seem rather new to these caves. You have that spark of ambition that the newcomers always seem to have and lose quite quickly, assuming they survive long enough to lose it.
Turn over and say, well, I think
Repeat
we'll
their
be
name
fine.
a few times. Repeat their name
Hold
a few
on.
times.
Too many at
nod.
once. Hold on. Ken, I have to turn you up one sec. Alright, say that again.
I say their name a few times and nod my head as a sign of respect, showing that I appreciate them doing what they have done. And also trying to convey that I'm not good at communication. Just saying their name and appearing appreciative.
She'll turn
That's all
to
I can
you
do.
and she'll say, a month ago, my mother and father spoke to me in a language that I did not understand. But when I awoke the next day, I found that I understood every word. I would like for you to roll an insight check.
Me, Dendo? Yeah.
Kendall, yeah.
Nine.
So you understand that she is speaking to you in a thieves' cant. Sit.
Okay.
No one else in the party is going to understand the meaning of what she said. But Ken, you are able to pick up pretty much the gist of what she was saying, and I can message that to you. What was it, Steven? Did you say you also had something you wanted to ask?
Said her name, that's what it.
Someone was trying to speak at the same time Ken was. I think it was you, Steven, right?
Yeah, I lost my thread. Trying to get it back. Yeah, okay. So I just turned to her because she kind of gave us a little cryptic response. And I just turned to her and say, stay alive until our next meeting then. As she was sort of walking away.
Well, she stopped and started answering your questions, so you have her attention for a little while yet.
Out of character, what is the best way for me to communicate via Thieves' Cant?
Well, there are one of two ways. Either we can do it the boring way, and you can basically tell me what you want to say, and we can just be like, oh, you said this in Thieves' Cant. Or we can be really entertaining and just come up with bullshit on the fly, and I think that'd be way more fun.
Yeah. All right.
So if you wanna come up with some weird cryptic nonsense that's like a riddle, and then message me what you actually mean, I'd have fun with that. But we can do whatever you want to do.
Well, it's tough because my character's #1 handicap is communicating with people.
It's true.
So then just
It'll
do
be even more
crazy
easier then.
stuff.
Just do crazy
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like as a rogue, I mean,
It's basically just another
you
language.
you understand concepts and stuff like that.
Right.
You understand language and whatnot. I mean, your only real handicap is, do you know the word itself? And I think at this point, what's you said your intelligence is like an 11 or 13 or something. What was it? What is it?
15.
15. I mean, I think with a 15, you would know a considerable amount of the common language at this point.
Okay.
Because you've crossed a considerable distance across the continent, you know? And it would have taken you quite a bit of time, especially as a non-flying creature, to get from your region of the land to this region of the land. I mean, think of it as like, what did I want to say, I know I've estimated the distance of the continent. Let's just say it was like, I mean, let's just say you traveled like 1,500 miles. I mean, that would have been the equivalent of like from, let's see, you guys, it's 1,200 from Fargo to fucking the East Coast. So imagine like Fargo to like Virginia or like North Carolina, it'd be like 1,500 miles. Imagine doing that on foot. Like, it would have taken a while. You would have gotten quite a bit of the language down. So I would say at this point you probably shouldn't even have to really worry too much about like the basic language or even the advanced. If anything, it's more of like the really maybe eloquent words that you didn't come across, say, in like high society and things like that. You know?
Okay. So I will say, what are the dangers that lie ahead? And I mean, what I sent you.
You have to speak into the microphone. I couldn't hear you.
What do you know of what lies ahead? No, sorry. What dangers are we going to face? Is what I ask you directly. Meaning, what I sent you in the chat.
All right, she acknowledges that.
Sorry, this is...
Steven, what did you say as well? Did you remember what you were trying to ask?
This is getting confusing for me, sorry.
No, you're fine. So she'll reiterate. So she'll turn to the whole group after you ask what you ask. And she'll kind of also respond to what Steven's character, so what Melor said when he was like, oh, so just, yeah, like, don't lose it and stay alive or whatever you said. She'd be like, let me be very clear about what these caves end up for most people. If it's not imminent death, people get stuck in these caves in search of something that truly does not exist.
I'll just say, what are you searching for?
I will say, it's good to know we have allies. Full stop.
Okay, I like that.
And that means the last line I just sent you.
Right. All right, we need to do this one at a time. I'm losing.
It's like keeping track of three languages at once.
Oh, you said what is she searching for? She'll so she'll say she'll basically just like shake her head side to side, kind of almost scoff at herself and say, I've lost so much. I don't even know anymore. Honestly, probably just a way out. If that even matters anymore. And then she'll turn to Endo and say,
I missed that. Say it again.
I'm thinking.
Okay. It's hard. It's like 3 languages.
It is.
at
Thieves'
once.
Cant's fucking tough. A heart that beats regularly is a heart that beats the strongest.
Okay.
Anyone else have any questions for her? Remember, NPCs are a great way when you have these roleplay opportunities to find out about the world and pretty much anything else you need. So dig deep and take advantage. Got anything for me, baby?
Can I ask her which way down to the next level?
Yeah, sure.
Draw.
Well, you don't have to. Right? Didn't you get a map of this level? That's why everything's cleared?
Just the 2. I guess that would figure
this
out
whole
that
thing.
it'll show where to go for 3.
No, don't you have this whole thing?
Like the map will show us how to get to 3 then?
How to get to 3? Yeah, of course.
Do you have a map of level 3 that you might want to sell us?
Or lend to us because I can duplicate documents perfectly.
Unfortunately, I don't. I've been here so long that I know these caves by heart. My maps are all up here, and she'll point to her head.
What's stopping you from leaving?
That's a really good question.
It is a really good fucking question because she's like, oh, my life's down fucking wide.
Well, obviously she's tormented by something. I haven't figured that out as DM yet.
Okay.
I told you I'm improving this. All right, so I mean, you're like, what's stopping you from leaving?
Does she start out on an emo song and just
Yeah. Have you ever had a situation in life where you've just invested so much that you can't quit or turn back or give up or sell out?
Me at Amazon, yeah.
Sunken cost fallacy.
Exactly, sunken
There's a
cost
term for
fallacy.
this.
Yes, there is. That is my life in Scourge Caverns. Honestly, if I went topside beyond Jural City, I don't even know what I would do. As much as I hate this place, I have a name here. My whole life's here. The bones of my loved ones who she kicks the guy Jacob keep piling up in this godforsaken place. Mine might as well too someday.
You've been outside.
Topside to the city, not that long, but beyond, not since I was a child.
Wouldn't even recognize it.
But I don't know why I'm burdening a bunch of strangers with this, or why a bunch of strangers are so intrigued with me. Who are you, anyway, now that you know so much about who I am?
Do I see anything about
that to the
her
group in general.
that might look like she was once like had like a slave brand on her necklace, or like, because drows are like above ground, they're usually looked at as slaves. You'd think so. Or
Wait, say that
darkness
again?
or evil. Drow in this world similar to other worlds where like they basically, you would know that they were considered like usually evil, or not evil, but they're not necessarily good people.
Yeah.
Slaves above ground and stuff.
Yeah.
Do I see anything like a wound or anything like that, or like a, I don't know, anything like that would indicate that was the case for them, for this person?
Well, I mean, this person, I mean, I guess you guys haven't asked her race, but I mean, she in particular is not a drow. Like this person that you're talking to.
Oh, okay.
You can tell that she's not particularly fond of them.
Toeo colon.
What'd you say?
I found him
I'm
a
not really
Thieves
sure.
Can't translator.
Yeah. DM, how do you want to go about Thieves Can't translators?
Do you have my backstory?
You can still
Yeah,
just
I have
type it
it,
in. Just it gives you something to say. It doesn't have to actually be it. You say it and text it to his personal, straight up.
Yeah, like say your can't, and then text me what you're actually trying to ask or say to her. And that's only like you only speak in Thieves Can't when you're trying to say something that you don't want anyone else to know.
Which is why it takes longer to say.
It's like a verbal codex.
But if that's the only way I've heard it, that's the only way I can say it.
Sure.
So it's like if I'm telling you like we have
That
some
wasn't
like
for you, that's-
midnight meetup or something on the beach,
You can delete it.
and I don't want anyone else to know, I'm going to speak the when and where in some kind of a verbal code, Like the
See, okay.
the gull
It's tough for
captures
me
dinner
because I don't
underneath the
speak all the
midnight moon or
languages.
something. Huh?
If Thieves Can't is the only language that I've heard it in, it's the only language I can say it in.
So the
I'm
cant
trying to say
isn't
it
a
that way.
language, it's a style of speech, right?
Right, I get that, but I'm a Kenku, so I can only speak in what I've heard.
It just means that you're talking, instead of talking like this in your own voice, you don't have your own voice. You're just saying, I know all of these words, and so I can talk in these words over here. Like, it just...
If I've
it's
never
just that
heard those words in common.
the chances of you not having heard at this point are unlikely.
All right, I'm making my character too complicated.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I think there's also some confusion on what Thieves Cant is, because it's not a separate language. It's just a manner of speaking.
No, I get that. But if I've never heard anyone say it in common, I don't know what words to use to say it in common.
It's like saying 5 words to say 2 words. Like, the 2 words in the middle, it's like a cipher. Think of it that way.
German.
Right. Okay.
Just speak German.
So, like I said, it's not.
I should have done this.
It's and like with the words, and like I said, your character's highly intelligent. Like you understand the concepts and the meanings behind all words, so you would be intelligent enough to use those words to create metaphors. I don't think that, your race would inhibit you from using Thieves Cant effectively. I think you'd be fine.
So I asked them, how should we fight going forward? Is my question. And I show them my psionic blades. I point at lanterns and oil flasks for fire. I look at. I point to the poison elf we have, in case the poison is the best route. What's the best way to fight going forward? Is the question.
She'll kind of smirk and shake her head and say, well, first of all, don't go around parading what you have to people you don't know. One of the best strategies you have for survival is the element of surprise. And not only that, the versatility of your inventory. You seem to be doing just fine. You've made it this far, and besides myself, we're the only people in here to survive this onslaught. Whatever you're doing to this point, you're doing just fine. Just be a little less naive about it.
I nod and smile, back away, and put a feather up to my lips as if to say, shh, as I back away.
Can I turn back to her? I'll just say, since you've been everywhere and seen everything, I'm looking for a mentor of mine, Galanthus. A frail wizard type, but he seemed lost as well, and I'm looking for him. Have you encountered him on your travels?
Let me see. Is this a part of your backstory?
Yeah, it's the guy I'm searching for.
Alright, hold on. Alright, let me see. Notes, backstory.
And I'll kind of just add on and say he was no friend of the Drow, but that's not to say they got him first.
So out of game, your mentor, is it Galanthus that you're looking for?
Yes.
And you said, did you, according to your backstory, know that he came to this area?
Just that he was lost somewhere below, or possibly is lost somewhere below.
In these caverns?
Yeah, but unknown final destination for him.
Okay. So can you repeat the question for me?
Yeah. So to her, I'll just say, have you encountered a magic user by the name of Galanthus, since you've been everywhere and seen all the paths there are to walk?
Unfortunately, I have not. I assume this Galanthus was a powerful caster.
I think, much like your advice, he kept his powers to his own, so I'm not sure I know the extent of his limits.
Well, it'd be difficult to say without knowing the extent of his powers, but there are very many temples, libraries, guilds, and the sort in in Angoran Ral, in Subjora, the underground city, at the 5th level. If you have any notion of his tendencies, his habits, his likes, his dislikes, interests, anything, there'd be plenty of places to nose around and see if you can pick up a trail.
Sounds like a reasonable place to start a search. Do you know the way?
The safest route is the Merchant Road, but seeing as to how you found yourselves off the beaten path, I assume that you don't want to take the easiest route.
That would be too easy.
Spoken like a true adventurer.
I'll say the pathways less explored sometimes lead you to the most desirable locations.
Well, I suppose the less desirable locations are where the most desirable things are found. And you seem to be on the right course. And she'll kind of nod towards Caressa and that drift globe that you have.
I'll say to her, my condolences for your losses here in this cavern. If you are looking for a group and you feel comfortable with us, you're more than welcome to stay.
Pretty much. Appreciated. They weren't the first, and they won't be the last, but in spite of your kind offer, there's no real nice way I could put it. You would just slow me down.
I understand.
Unlike your people that are laying dead next to you, we will slow you down.
Are you actually saying that to her?
Yes.
Okay, it's not.
I wish her good luck.
Screaming at you.
Like, really? Like, we will slow you down? We're the ones alive.
Woof.
That's
I mean,
spicy.
you remember what she did to that spider all on her own, right?
I whispered in Donovan's head, "Are you crazy?"
Yes, I am.
Soradalia, good luck, and possibly we will meet again.
Or we won't.
She'll walk up to you. Actually, she's going to, yeah, she'll walk up to you and give you a trinket that I will decide what it is in a moment. And then after giving you that and saying, she'll just say thank you and hopefully this will aid you in your journey. She'll turn to Kendo and hand him a flower.
Oh, she likes
And she will say to you, a gardener will use a shovel to plant his herbs, and an umbrella when it rains as he tends to them. You're not supposed to.
I'm pretty sure he just secured drugs from there.
Yeah, the thieves can't.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
The flower is a crimson dahlia.
Isn't that the black flower?
That would be a black dahlia. And then she'll just say,
I
wish you
nod
all
in
well.
understanding. Accept it. I nod in understanding, accept it, and let them retreat. Let them walk away.
Okay. Yeah, she wishes everyone well and takes off.
When she leaves, I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck was she talking about? It's just nonsense."
Bye bye. See you later.
Can I do that medical check for
Sure.
people? And also, I need a short rest to heal myself and bandage myself up.
You'll be fine. Suddenly 20 spiders descend all on Anwin's head. Start crawling all over her body.
You are the worst fiance in all of the land. Alright, is there anyone alive?
Sit. No one is alive.
I'll just say that one seemed more conflicted than a dwarf in a forest.
The boulder is conflicted about fighting a little girl.
Can we loot the bodies then if they're dead?
That was pretty good.
Sure. Anyone who's looting bodies, just give me a simple D20 roll. D20.
Do we add anything?
No, just give me a D20 roll.
13.
16.
Oh my god, y'all have to speak up and stop mumbling into your microphones.
16.
Thank you.
Is that better?
Very.
5.
Yeah.
5.
Oh my lord.
8.
All right. 2 platinum pieces, 117 gold, 51 copper, and I'm sorry, that's 51 silver and 410 copper. Other than that, you find some, common, simple weapons. Short swords, axes, throwing knives, spears, javelins, the like. Some leather armor, studded leather armor, things like that. Some adventuring packs, shit that adventurers would have that you already have.
Alright, can I do a short rest for myself and anyone else that needs it?
Sure.
I'm at max.
Pretty good.
I can do whatever. Didn't this happen in the morning? Didn't we just wake up after this whole scenario happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got
Oh, you just want that's why you want a short rest, gotcha. That's just like a half an hour, right?
Yeah.
We're underground. We have no concept of time.
I mean, sure, but you can't go to bed right after you woke up, right? You don't get anything from that.
I mean,
But you
could sit
can
down
rest,
for a
short
bit.
rest for sure. Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can't
do
get
you
years of
really
sleep
need
and full
I don't
heal.
think you need a whole 4 hours either. I mean, if you just need to bandage yourselves or something like that. I
Can't
think
you
you'd
just
be
do a
fine.
short rest at 30 minutes? It just has to be less than 8 hours, basically.
Yeah, we're doing a 30-minute short rest. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or an
Yeah, that's
hour.
No, you're not allowed to do 30 minutes. How dare you dictate the actual specific time frame?
Grr.
Alright, I have to figure out... Where's Colin's spin? Morgrath, Sungrass, Sheneth, Forn, Perth, Belvin, Gwensfirth, Townsfirth, Hotsfirth, Noria, Vayan. Colin's spin, there we go. Do you guys remember... Let me see, was it in the group chat when I said what actual day it was?
Yes,
I think it was, right?
it absolutely was.
All right, I gotta go look for it because I gotta give you. All right.
You should definitely make a
22nd.
loot thread, a just for fun thread, and then we can keep this all separate. It should make it easier.
A loot. What, like a text thing in the Discord?
Well, because like the loot specifically, like those 3 images are just so they take up so much space in the Discord that like we could keep some of the stuff separate, and I wouldn't have, and I can also not type in there a bunch.
Hold on.
I can.
You look like anytime you use a healing potion in combat, that's mad funny.
Yep.
All right, hold on. All right. Duplicate channel, just for fun. And then another one you said, what was it, like loot tracker or something?
Yeah, just a loot table so that we can just have a thread for that. That way it's just all tracked there.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, if anything, so I'll do this, with your rolls. If everyone wants to go into the player's handbook and just pick out one piece of basic equipment that they want or need and add it to their inventory. I guess it'd be one. So like you got, let's see, Ashley and Steven got a 5 and an 8, correct? Ken, you got a 5. And then Nelson, what'd you get? Was it 13 or 15?
16.
16?
Flat 16, yeah.
And then you got an 11.
13.
Oh, you got 13. Am I missing someone? And that's everyone, right? So Nelson and Amanda, since you rolled higher than a 10, if you want to take 2 items, and then the others can take 1 since they rolled less than a 10. How dare you? Why isn't this tapped? Look, I didn't have to find it for you. You're already at the equipment page. Could have just opened your book.
So like anything in equipment, you're saying?
It's on the floor. Don't worry about it. Any basic equipment, yeah.
So what is basic?
What do you define as basic? Like just not magical?
Correct. Yeah. Just anything in the equipment section. 2 for you and then 1 for everyone else, and just add it to your inventory. I think that's probably a perfectly fine way of doing it.
Is Morningstar magic?
No, I mean the only other thing too is like exotic weapons. Let me see. Simple melee, simple ranged, martial melee, martial ranged. Are there exotic weapons in this? Yeah, if something seems particularly exotic or yeah, I guess I would just say exotic stuff. I would roll for it personally. Just let me know if you want it. And I'll roll to see if it's there, because there's a chance, but it's not guaranteed. But common stuff is much more likely to be there. I don't even see the section for exotic weapons and shit. I'm sure there would be reading materials too, so if you guys want a book, I can always produce a book on the fly. I know you guys have a couple of books already.
Yeah, I think we're still working through 2 right now.
There were 3 or 4 I think you have right now. I think you actually have 4 books. I'm pretty sure.
You're correct, sir.
What's a sickle?
Handle. Question mark looking blade. Which people used to cut leaves and bamboo shoots and shit,
Mhm.
or whatever.
Hey, Justin,
Hey, Ashley.
The Grim Reaper has a sickle.
did you pick my trinket while we're doing this?
Your trinket? Where'd you get a trinket?
She gave the character gave her a trinket.
Oh, yeah. Right. Thank you for reminding me.
Are you gonna roll the D100?
No. I was either gonna come up with it on the fly or where's my shit? Shit.
My kid says I should pick the communist flag for a basic item.
The communist flag for what?
Just for our world, for a basic item to pick.
So you're getting a sickle and a hammer.
Hammer and a sickle, yeah. The twofer. I went with it. I added a hammer.
Out, Mandy. Out.
I used a random generated equipment roll website, and I rolled an empty flask / vial. So that is what I found off of someone.
What's my? I don't think my player's handbook is down there. I'm on a page 1. Actually, I have one. I think where. Gotta finish this map too. It's pretty. Laminate that. Alright. It might be a trinket. Like a verbatim actual trinket as per the trinket list, or it could just be something that I give you personally.
So could I just have a small riding saddle?
A small riding saddle?
Yes. I'll use both of my 2 just to get that one saddle.
Where is that? What page?
I mean, it's under. Where'd it go? It's right here. Mounts and vehicles, mounts and other animals on equipment. It's in the section of equipment.
Yeah, what page?
It doesn't say what page. Here, let me give you the link. Boom. Copy
Oh,
link.
hold on, I see it. I see it. You said it's just a riding saddle?
Mm-hmm.
There are exotic saddles, so I'd say probably not a riding saddle. You want a pack saddle instead?
Sure. That's fine. I'm just gonna throw it on the Mastiff and I pull one out.
Hmm. 157. Saddles. Military saddle bracelet right. I hope you can proceed. Gives you an advantage on any check you need to make.
Pack saddles.
Exotic saddle is required for riding any aquatic or flying mount. Yeah, I'd say a pack saddle would be available.
Sweet.
But you can just consider that one of the items. You don't have to be 2.
Okay.
Since it's a pretty common item.
Sweet. Now go for the other one. Alright, I have to bookmark this page now. Oh, and in case it wasn't any question, as soon as I find the saddle, I noticed the other thing, but I haven't rolled for it yet. But I am immediately ripping off a pack of Mastiffs and just throwing them on the ground and starting to hook up that saddle.
What are you doing?
I have mastiffs on my robe that I'm wearing right now. My robe of useful items.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to take a mastiff, which each sticker is 2 mastiff. A patch is 2 mastiffs. So I'm
Okay.
taking one out, and I'm putting the pack onto the one mastiff, and I'm myself jumping on the other mastiff, so I can ride it with the. And I'm good. Have some
All right.
fun.
I'm charging you with creating 2 character sheets for those mastiffs. So we
I
can keep track
have
of
them right here. I'll put them in the group chat. Loot tracker. That didn't work as well as I wanted it to. Or do you mean like an actual like roll for and stuff? I thought we'd just use this and call it a day. Use their or it's what this called. I don't remember the text box.
Ashley,
Yes.
the trinket you get is a sheet of parchment upon which is drawn a complex mechanical contraption. What's up, baby? You just looking for what you want?
I want an animal.
Well, he just brought out 2 mastiffs.
But those are his. I want an animal. I want like a sugar glider or something that I can like control.
What level are you?
You can work towards find familiar or another ranger type thing like that.
Circle of the
eventually.
moon. Can't you do that?
I can't remember what all they do. Druid might have one.
Circle of the something.
There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. If you want one, you can probably find a way to get one. I just don't know it off the top of my head.
Pick some equipment. You're taking too long. Keep your trap shut, cat.
How do I store these people?
These animals
in this
are trying
game?
my patience, I tell you. All right. So. What'd you circle of land?
Oh.
Did you have to choose one of the things?
I was gonna roll for it. What was it?
Yeah, I did. Post.
Is that a coast or forest? I think it was coast because you were. Both of them made sense.
Oh, wait a second. I know what I want. Can the other item be a Dungeoneer's pack?
I was looking at those.
A Dungeoneer's pack?
Yeah, because I started with a Scholar's pack. And while mine is worth more technically in gold price, it's not useful for what we're doing.
Yeah, you absolutely can take a Dungeoneer's pack. Like,
Sweet.
literally, of all the things there, like, obviously, adventuring packs is going to be, like, they're basically all going to have adventuring packs, just like you, because it's a starting pack.
Yeah, mine's a Scholar's pack. Includes a backpack, a book of lore, a bottle of ink, an ink pen, shards, parchment, sand. It's literally the one thing that doesn't include all the things we're talking about.
Right, yeah.
Where it's like
Dungeoneer's
the
pack's
crowbar,
good.
the hammer, yep, the rope, the water skin,
You got
actual
it.
rations. Thank you, sir.
Alright. What did everyone else pick?
I picked
Ashley?
a hammer.
A hammer? Ash, Steven, make sure you're pressing the right button when you talk to me this time.
I rolled an empty vial.
You did what?
I rolled an empty vial.
It doesn't have to be a trinket. It can be any item in the equipment thing.
Oh, when you were there, she said she used a generated thingy-mabobber, and that's what it gave her. Like a randomizer. Something like that.
Weirdos. All of you.
Can I get an elephant?
No, you can't get an elephant.
An elephant?
You are not high enough level to get an elephant. I can tell you that right now.
Loser.
Any chance I could find like a shiv or maybe like a small metal pointy object? I have no
You mean,
particular use for it, but I don't know if it comes up, it comes up.
You mean like a dagger?
I have daggers I can give you.
Yeah, I mean,
Literally, daggers are all over the place here.
I
was
can
going-
manifest daggers, so I can give you all my daggers.
I was going much smaller, like a micro dagger.
I'm giving you guys the whole entire equipment section, and the best you can come up with is an empty vial and a dagger. Abington is filled with imagination over there, isn't it? Like the central hub for creativity, it seems.
So
We are unaware of what
enemies?
this could entail.
Say
A
that
hammer
again?
sounded useful, so I picked a hammer. We don't know how good this
Here.
could be.
Here. I'll put it in the chat.
Can I find a herbalism kit then?
Yes.
Use that link.
Yeah, sure.
That whole chapter.
You want a trinket?
Is that one hard?
That is a 1.
It's a 1?
That is a 1. 100 would be all zeros. What's a 1?
Mummified goblin.
Why don't you just look through the list and pick the one you want instead of rolling for it?
Because...
75. What's 75?
A set of bone pipes.
I don't even know what that is. Maybe. Bone pipes?
Yeah.
No. Tobacco pipe.
Does someone in the party have a
That's actually
blowgun?
cool as shit. Huh?
That's how we picked
Someone
one
in the
up.
party have a blowgun?
Oh.
I thought we got one in the quiver.
Oh, it would be more probably like this. Like a straight pipe.
Mm-hmm.
But you get like different sizes. Or maybe different shapes too. Or like this. A couple of these. Like from an antler.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool from antlers. That's pretty neat. I like that. Sorry, Ken, what was your question?
Did someone pick up a blowgun at some point?
No.
Like in the quiver, I think?
I think we were
is
just
that in your quiver?
Or-
It was in my quiver.
Actually, that might be in your quiver, yeah. Yeah, it sounds right. That it's in our quiver of Eloana, I think it's called, right? Why do you ask?
Because I want blowgun needles.
Is that an exotic weapon / ammunition, though?
It's under adventuring gear, under ammunition.
Did someone get a bag of holding? Did I remember that wrong?
No.
Okay, good.
We have the quiver, but that can hold more than it should.
Yeah, but it can't hold like items. It holds like weapons and ammo. It's
Blowgun.
designed for that.
Right.
It's certain shapes and sizes, sure, but I'm not gonna throw a backpack into a quiver. All right. Unless someone wants a spare backpack, I'm leaving the spare backpack. I don't need to carry an extra one.
Hold on a second.
Justin, what did you pick for your item?
I picked a pack saddle so I can throw stuff into. Oh, I can put it on him. Onto a mastiff, and then I got a Dungeoneer's pack because I had a Scholar's pack, and there's a few things that I could do in here that I can't do without those tools. Like pythons and extra rations, which I already consumed for that. But that's fine. Beyond the point. $10. The random like, in case I got separated by accident, I need to have that stuff, you know.
Can I grab some of the leftover soup that is hopefully still perfectly upright, sitting in the center of the room?
Jesus Christ! Yeah, sure.
You can take my extra 20 pounds of rations. How about that? Apparently, I have way too much.
I just point to the bowl of soup and like, oh, this is hot.
I'll take it back. Can I get a disguise kit?
Yep. Wait, didn't you already have one?
Hey, you get to use
I don't
tools.
think I did.
That's gonna be really interesting seeing a Kenku disguise himself as anything other than a Kenku. It's gonna be like the best role
Right.
of all time. I look like
Okay,
an
I'm going
elf.
with disguise kit.
I look like an elf disguised as a Kenku.
You'll never see it coming.
He's not Kendo. He's Gregory.
Yeah, disguise kit away.
Okay, I took a disguise kit. Got it.
Awesome. Love it.
I have a silver teardrop earring made from a root.
Wish I said I was gonna roll for that stuff, right? Whatever. Yeah, it's fine. The dice have spoken.
How do I...
All right. Everybody have their equipment? It is the 23rd of Colin Spin. The equivalent of a Friday. You just got out of battle. You are bandaged up. Half hour is gone. You've looted the place up some. And now you just gotta determine where to go.
What are we thinking, guys? Where do we want? Where did the drow go? They said they left like a southern pass, right?
Yeah, they left down here. They entered and left through here.
Should we leave towards the west or towards the south?
Isn't south the merchant road?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, back this way is the merchant road.
Why don't we go to Flosser, dude?
Because it's not between my teeth.
What do we think, crew?
Well, do you guys want to go down to the 3rd level, or do you want to explore more?
I think we should go to the 3rd, right? We did pretty much all of the 2nd.
I'm
Sure.
good with either way.
Yeah, there's only one other place you haven't been to in here yet. So you can... This one. So you can go to it or you can pass it up.
To be honest, I'm a little bored with this level.
Let's move on. So west or south? West?
Mm.
I just told our new friend we choose the off the beaten path.
So which way did she go?
I would say
anyway?
west.
Did we see anyone go in any of the directions? In particular.
Ultimately, everyone went to the south to leave, and that's where you came from.
What's an alabaster next? And an alabaster is like a white. So is it like a white mask?
Yeah. Is it like Phantom of the Opera type shit?
Alabaster is like porcelain. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be like Phantom of the Opera type shit.
I said we go this way.
No, you chose.
No, I was just asking.
Oh, so you guys are bypassing the last thingamajig in favor of the third level.
Delving deeper, looking for the
All
city.
right. All right, let me see something.
Gadoosh.
That's where you want to go?
That's my vote.
Everyone's on board with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let me... Alright, let me actually, before I do this, I want to. You guys had the fog of war completely removed on this thing, right?
No.
No.
Yeah, I think we had this entire level cleared out.
It should have been since we got the map.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. We got the map.
Yeah, we got the map.
So-
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. We did.
All right. So
yeah.
if I want to put that back, because I'm assuming I have to put it back in order for toggle revealing fog of war by this piece.
I think your settings were fine. I think we just dragged ourselves all across the map to reveal everything.
Right. But I have to bring the new map out, which means I need to put the fog of war again.
Yep.
Which means, how the fuck do I do that again?
It's the zone. So it's a third one down, third one down, zone, and then there's hidden, and then there's fog of war. But don't click hidden, just go to fog of war. That's how you create those zones.
Reset fog.
And frankly, you said that you could do the whole thing, and because since we have a revealer on our persons, then just make sure our persons aren't only put where you want us to be.
All right. So right now, you guys can't see shit.
Right now, I still see the last map.
Fog of war. Rehide objects. Fog height. Alright, how's that? Is that hidden?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. Perfect. Custom this thing. Level 3 player map. Upload file to the Steam cloud. Wow, it's fine. Upload. Import. Sweet Jesus, what the fuck is that? Why is that all fucked up?
So I do want input on one thing.
Yeah.
I could call them
That's why.
Orga and Mikazuki. Or I could call them Blueberry and Flapjack. If anyone's watched Iron Blood Orphans, that's what it's from. But if you haven't, it doesn't matter. I'll just call them Blueberry and Flapjack.
Name them lightning and thunder.
Nope.
Lightning, thunder. Alright, where are your fucking? Where's your
Name them
pieces?
Salt and Pepper.
You did hide pieces. Oh, okay.
Oh shit. Okay. Alright, so up here is your compass. Over here, let's see, you did the hold on. Level 2 player map. Make sure I get this right.
I now have a movement speed of 40, effectively.
Alright, this is where you guys are. Alright, so we're done with 2, I guess. I gotta go to 3. I gotta remember which fucking hallway you're in. Oh my lord. Oh, that's the part I was staring at. Did I not? Level 3 TM. Okay, I guess not. Copy. What's wrong, baby?
I'm just tired.
Yeah,
We have that wedding to
yes we do.
get a finger.
Mm-hmm. Damn it. Oh, I forgot about all this. Okay. Which section is this? This is section, I guess technically A. All right. So, you guys
Candle.
flip the, what do you mean flip the candle? Candle's right side up.
Oh, I thought it was upside down. So,
I am oriented. We may continue.
Just for direction's sake, are we all facing east or west right now?
west.
West.
Which way is the path going?
West.
Okay, I gotta turn it on that.
I don't
What's wrong?
see anything. It's all black to me.
Still black?
Yep.
It's right in the center of the table.
I see the icon of people,
where-
but I don't see anything around us. Like, I can see our icons here. It's all black.
My department.
No. Let's see here. It's my revealer. My revealer is still red. No.
Is that better?
What's my vision? I'm red.
I still have my drift
No.
robe out, by the way. I think it lasts for an hour. So I have like a half hour-ish left.
I was working earlier. I can't do it now.
Alejandro, what's going on, dude? YouTube has recommended you to meet. What's good? Nothing, man. Friday night, every other weekend or every other Friday, we do DnD sessions. Normally I main Apex on streams. I'm a hard stuck diamond pushing masters this season.
Black.
Got a big TikTok channel with tutorials
just
that you've probably seen on YouTube too if you're into Apex. It's a big part of my whole.
Are these
streaming and
candles?
content
Do you have
creation
those
thing.
somewhere, or is that hidden?
But every once in a while, I like to mix it up.
Is there a candle there and I'm
try
just
to
not
stream
seeing
something
it?
different. What's good with you, man? Thanks for coming through.
Yeah, it's all dark to us as well.
I play D&D, don't know nothing about Apex. So every other Friday we're here doing this. So I fucking love D&D. I've been playing for, oh my god.
The candles don't have a
I don't even know
revealer,
how
so we can
long.
just take one of these guys, scale it down.
Oh shit! What the fuck was that?
And then move this guy in.
So we're having some technical difficulties on our what is it, tabletop simulator right now. We're trying to figure out how to get the fog of war to reveal properly to our players, because I don't want them to see the whole map. I only want them to see what should be revealed to them, like in their vicinity. But tabletop simulator, it fights you sometimes. It really does. All right, let me see. So I mean, I got the reveal fog of war height at like 5, which I guess I don't know what that is, but I mean like the actual fog height itself is only like 0.5, so you guys should be able to see what's immediately around you.
I'll see what.
Okay,
let me
right now.
let me
Reveal height, reveal fog
out
of war.
of context. Let me go to your.
Oh
Let
shit.
me show you what we're seeing. What I'm seeing.
Hide GM pointer, hide objects,
Share.
hide objects, fog height.
This one.
All right, what about reset?
That's what I'm seeing.
I think it's the height, because if you bend the mouse all the way down, you can see some of the board.
How about now? Nothing still?
You can see. I'm streaming,
Oh. Let me check.
so you can just actively see what's changing.
Watch stream. Oh, that's so whack.
Right?
I don't want you there. What was that about?
And the Kindle thing, I don't know why he just disappears sometimes, and if I pick myself up, usually it fixes it. But he likes to hide. I don't know.
I'm a rogue.
Yep. I've just played into it. It works and it
Yeah,
works.
it's character details. Yeah.
Team black. Player's pointer will be hidden in the area. Objects will be hidden in the area. Objects will be. How's that? Is that any better?
No.
We are able to see a little bit of the pathway, like under where we are.
Maybe increase the height.
Yeah,
Or
on the
decrease the height, one of the two.
mouse, and like we see a little bit of pathway, like you.
Oh. Yeah, I can't see underneath my shoulders.
I mean, I have the height of the fog of war now.
This is
at
what I can
0.
see.
There's no teams here.
The official height of the fog of war is 0.
And red.
Do you want to
Is
go
there a
high?
hidden box? Is that what's doing it? It's lowered now.
What happens if you log out and log back in?
Sure, why
Out
not?
of curiosity.
I'll do it for sure.
Turning it off and on again.
Yep.
Hey Alejandro, thanks for coming in, man.
Sure,
I'm sorry you came in like right at this time when we were having technical issues. We just got through a big fight in RP session. But feel free to hang out and see what's
My
coming
kid
up
says,
next.
take the cartridge out and blow in it.
Yeah, seriously.
We got theme music even.
There we
A
go.
little
Yep.
harder.
That was it. Reconnected.
What was it?
Now I can see too much even.
What was it? Did you just have to relog?
Yeah, just reconnect to the server.
I figured that was
That's
probably
weird.
it.
Yeah, just loaded the assets weird probably. Cool. Sorry about that.
All right, now that we are on track, so I guess everybody relog. I'm not even gonna bother resetting it. It doesn't even matter.
I think I can see enough, but not as much as Justin. But that's probably on purpose.
I'm gonna stop streaming soon, and because I'll be able to see quite a bit further. Yeah.
I think
This stuff
he's
I shouldn't
supposed to
see,
see a little
probably.
further.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's hard to because you can't create walls,
Yeah.
but he's supposed to see a
I
little
just have
further because of
to.
his
I just have to
magical ability.
do the math every time, and that's what I've been doing. Yeah. So, all right. As long as you guys can see what you're doing, that helped. And then this candle can go away too. I don't know if you need 2 candles, but you do what you want to do.
It's pronounced Kendall.
Weird. All right, so you guys are staring down another cavern hallway. You hear quite a bit of, I guess say commotion and life ahead of you. It is somewhat
I see a
reminiscent
screech.
of when you were in that one hallway by the spiders, like the spider nests, but a lot less muffled.
It's a screech.
Yeah.
Or let the rogue do it. Let the
Is that
rogue
or
drop
something?
in a sneak.
I can see. Yeah. It cleared up nothing for me.
Yeah, it's not revealing properly anymore.
I mean, I have the reveal color set to black, which is reveal all.
Yeah.
So it should
It's just not
reveal to
working at all.
everyone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because it just said reveal range and it was set at 0.
Reveal range is 1.4.
Oh, okay.
I did hit the visualize FOV though, and it doesn't visualize for me anymore. Can you see what it visualizes like?
Field of view. Visual.
Yeah, mine's clicked on. It says it doesn't see anything.
What are
You want me to here? I'll stream again. You can play with
doesn't
it.
make any sense.
I know. It was working earlier.
I'm fucking tired of
Did
this
you make
shit.
multiple boxes or one box? Because we had this problem when you made multiple boxes before.
There isn't even a box.
Okay.
Make fog of war work
'Cause-
on tabletop sim. So
I saw you build
dumb.
something over here, and it was like it looked like a hidden box, but now it's gone. So I didn't know if you
Yeah,
got
delete
rid
it. I
of
was
it.
just fucking around.
Okay. Because it worked better when we just had the big one.
I literally just like clicked on this thing. What happened now? Like anything?
It's back to not visible.
Alright, and then if I take you guys and go like this. What the fuck?
We had this happen the first time, and I think it was because a hidden box was made. A hidden box, yeah, you gotta remove the hidden box if there's one, and then hit fog of war. Can I see anything? I can't see what you're seeing, so I can't see the objects. I see one big fog of war, which looks like you did it right. I mean, We're inside of it.
Password is Scourge with a capital
Yeah.
S.
Yep.
This doesn't make sense. Why is he being such a dick?
Nope. Knocked Kendall over now. He's hidden again.
Oh wait. Oh wait.
Is
Did
there
that
another
do
layer below
something just
there?
now? Oh fuck me. Hold on. Oh, this thing's
Yep,
pissing
so-
me off now.
So you have this setting on inside of it, and then there's something on top of it. There's an object you're not seeing. That's what we're missing. If you if you pick the zone, you might be able to see it under one of the zones potentially. You actually have to click each one to see them, I think, though. Because the hidden box is basically a way for you to make an entire section hidden, do what you need to do to change things, and then add the fog of war, and then remove the hidden box, and then we can see whatever you want us to see again.
I couldn't rejoin, and now I can't see shit.
Yeah, he's fixing some things.
Alright, you know what? I have a fucking great idea. Games. Load. It's pissing me off. I don't even care anymore. Fucking annoying piece of shit. You're joking. Games. Load. Giant annoying piece of shit. Alright, hold on now. Fucking take all this shit. throw it
Something
aside.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's working, yep. Oh, you just loaded the previous one, you're loading the map in, and you're just gonna... Got it. Cool.
Yeah. Now, all this.
It's doing nothing for me.
It was working, and now it's not. You had it working, and then you did something, and now it's not working.
I mean, I see everything clearing.
I see everything clearing as well.
I'll reconnect, just in case.
See about a quarter of the map. I'll do the same.
There we go, now I can see everything. Just so you know, Edward and Onwin are over here.
What's that?
You don't have them in your hand. You don't have Edwin and Onwin in your hand.
Well,
We're over in this corner.
I mean, you guys can drag yourselves around too.
This is just the first map,
Fucking
right?
shit. Huh?
This is just level 2
Yeah.
or level 1.
Level 2. Ah, this is such a pain in the ass. It should not be this difficult. Like, I don't know what the fuck their problem is. Like, they haven't figured this shit out.
We had it working their time. I don't know what we're doing differently this time is the only thing.
Yeah, seriously. Alright, so I'm going to try uploading the new map again. I also have to... I'm just going to do this now. And get a scale down on this thing. Custom. Browse files. Level 3. Loud. Upload. Import. Scale. Up. Alright, you guys can see there's no fuck-ups this time.
It's all uncovered.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Fuck it. I'd rather it be uncovered and we can actually play the fucking game than it be covered and we can't do fuck all, so.
Yeah.
It's obnoxious. Okay, now you guys are in a hallway. Imagine that. You hear commotion coming from up the hallway. Fucking piece of shit game. And also, we gotta fucking
sneak forward.
This motherfucker. File. Overwrite, please. Fuck with it later. Alright. So you move forward as you get about, you know, actually, as soon as you get about here, you can see light at the end of the tunnel, and you can see a bunch of people crossing back and forth.
Like another merchant road.
What are they doing?
You infer correctly, it is the merchant road. You see
all
pack
jump
animals
to the
going
merchant
by,
road.
you see carriages, you see people on foot.
Go forward to the merchant road.
Alright.
That didn't
As
reveal
you guys-
anything for me.
Huh?
That
What'd you say?
didn't reveal anything for me.
There's no fog of war. There shouldn't be anything to reveal.
Like, right now, I am standing in blackness.
Disconnect, reconnect just to make sure.
Yeah, disconnect and reconnect.
I'll
It's
that
working.
again,
It should be
alright.
working now. Sorry. Oh, you picked teal. Pick green.
Yeah, whatever
Or
you're
whatever
doing.
color you
green
were.
was an option for me.
Purple or wherever you were. You weren't.
I kept picking
Yeah.
purple. All right.
Yeah. Pick purple this time. It should be. We changed it. We just gave up on this time.
Yeah, make sure you pick your right colors.
Right,
I mean, it's
drawing.
like the fog of war, like I said, it's supposed to be set to black, which is revealed to all. So, I
You
mean,
should,
technically
yeah.
your color shouldn't matter.
Yep.
But it's only
as long
gonna
as we have
help,
a
I think.
color. Yep. It's like it's not reading that we have a color set on our pieces. Like they have to be reset or something maybe.
This game is stupid. Anyway, so you guys approach the merchant road.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that this thing is, I mean, there are parts of this cavern that are naturally wide. There are other parts that have been carved out a little bit, in order to keep the width of the hallway consistent and allow for people passing by in both directions. You see that the floor, there are certain parts that have been carved out so that people can travel with more ease, especially the carts and the pack animals. There are people of all races. There are people flying. Some people have like banners on their carriages. Some people have emblems on the sides of their carts or on tapestries or other pieces of cloth to identify either a faction or a company that they're with or a guild that they represent. I think there might be a couple that you've recognized to this point, one or two or three. I mean, you can roll.
Are there any notable symbols that we can?
I mean, there are lots of symbols that you can see. I mean, if you roll, give me, if everyone wants to see how many are, what would be the best way to do it? I mean, depending on how much time you guys spent in Joral City, which is not something we've talked about, like, there are some above that are also located below, whereas others are only below. So it really depends. I would imagine at this point, maybe a few you would have seen. One for sure, if it is there. But yeah, there are tons of factions and emblems and guilds and companies and everything here. And they're all selling something different. Like, there's every piece of variety along the Merchant Road that you could imagine.
Would you like to say that we bought a level 3 map and that's why everything is exposed to us?
You know what? I'd be totally fucking fine with that. That would make my life a whole lot easier.
How much would that cost?
You know what? I rolled a 17 on my die, so you definitely found one.
How about?
It would be.
We could say that the rogue that we found had a level 3 map, and I copied it perfectly because that's the thing I can do.
Nah, she wouldn't, or they wouldn't.
Sure, I don't care. Any of those are totally acceptable to me. Hit that rewind button.
We looted a map.
You got the map? I don't care. You got a map. You got a map. Anyway. Alright. Yeah, so if you guys are looking through some of the banners, I mean, some are, what is it, like emblem only. Some have their, the name along with their emblem. One of them that you see, oh Lord, where are you? You see Vanessa. Sons within sons of. So the logo is, there are varying styles of depictions of suns that rest upon one another. So, like, the smallest would be in front, which is resting on a slightly larger, different style of sun, which is resting on a slightly larger, different style of sun. There's, like, 5 different styles of drawings laid one on top of the other. And it's stamped on a gold coin. And that is their logo. That is Vanessa. You also see Karma's Edge, which is, so their symbol is 3 weapons that are arranged to make the shape of a K, as in Karma. The backbone of the K is a war pick, and then 2 scimitars, one arranged curving upward, the other one arranged curving downward, makes the full K. I'll put these in the symbols section. This is Vanessa. Come on. Copy. Paste. No, you're gonna be a douchebag? Okay, fine, be a douchebag. Ugh. Cringe! Totally cringe. I'm tired of this. Tired of technology.
Did you define a war pick?
Hold on. I think it's a war pick if I remember correctly, but I'm just gonna, there's Vanessa, and then this is Karma's Edge. Copy, paste, All right. You also see this one, the logo for a company called Brute Force, which has been posted in the symbols section. What else? Dual wield. You see the silhouette of a humanoid person holding two swords crossed behind their head and resting upon their shoulders. But there is no name that goes with this logo. Fucking Christ. Alright, and you see quite a few others. I can keep going if you want me to, otherwise we can just continue. You let me know when to stop.
Is there a booth or merchant or something that for each of these symbols that seems to be like the dominant purveyor of that symbol?
You're saying what, like, are some of these merchants more prominent than others?
Well, for each of these symbols that you gave us,
Uh-huh.
is there someone that is like the dominant Arma's Edge merchant? Is there one that's the brute force merchant, etc.?
I mean, these are... I mean, there isn't like a, you know, a Kmart merchant, right? Like, Kmart is Kmart, so brute force is brute force. Karma's Edge is Karma's Edge. And like, Walmart is Walmart, so Vanessa is Vanessa. Like, you know, it's... Like, these are the names of the companies, of the merchants themselves.
These are merchants.
Okay.
I think you're just saying they're like rolling by. We're just watching. Is that safe to say?
I couldn't understand you at all.
What I was guessing is they're just rolling by, and that was us kind of observing all the different companies that were passing
Exactly.
by. Yeah.
Exactly. Again, because this is the merchant road, like I said, there are like, you know, vendors, you know, peddling things on the side of the road. Some of the vendors aren't really notable. They're not prestigious, like these carts that are rolling by that I'm telling you about here. Like these, like you can tell, like the ones that I'm showing you now, I mean, their carts are big. Sometimes they run in trains that are, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 wagons long. Those trains typically have guards at their side. The carts are very ornate. They come, you know, with really, you know, good-looking pack animals, even like draft horses that are pulling the carts along. Like, they're no slouches. The people who are driving the carts are dressed real well. There are other merchants there that aren't as prestigious, but you can tell they still do like a really good bit of business. There are plenty of adventurers on the road. There are some people that are just like trying to make ends meet, you know, that don't have the biggest inventory but are still selling, you know, something on the side. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of people here with you know, a variety of equipment and items, you know, and that you can parse.
Okay. So, without drawing attention to myself, I would like to slink over to the Vanessa dealer, or the main Vanessa merchant, if I'm understanding it correctly.
Uh-huh.
Without drawing attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
As a DM, I don't know if you want to do this secretly or what, or if I should just come out and say what I'm going to do.
Whichever you prefer.
I will go to the head Vanessa merchant and show them the Crimson Dahlia that I have been given and wait for a response. Vinny.
You get no response from the cart driver. There's like a guard nearby that kind of places himself between you and the cart and asks what your business is. Actually, it kind of does. You're not.
Show him the Dahlia. Right. That's what I'm getting at. I show him the Dahlia and shrug at him inquisitively, looking asking for his trust, non-verbally.
The guard will say, you best trust that you're gonna get hurt if you try anything silly, little one. Is there something you want to buy here? He kind of looks you up and down and says, and he says, something tells me that we don't really have anything you'd be looking for. This cart is filled with religious items.
With that, I glance over at the. We have a cleric, right?
We have a paladin.
We have a paladin. I look over at the paladin and not nudge them over towards my direction to call them over.
I walk over to you.
Okay, baby.
I stick my wing hands out as an introduction. I show the Dahlia. I point at the Dahlia in my hand. I point at the Vanessa symbol, back and forth, showing the similarities, and let you continue the conversation.
I guess the Dahlia does look like a sun, but I don't know if it's the same thing. But I will say hi to the vendor, and I will see, what his wares are.
I stare intently at the guard, analyzing every non-verbal motion that he makes. All the non-verbal communication that he makes, I am very privy to.
With Caressa also approaching the caravan here, do note that they have not stopped to accommodate you at all, so you guys are all doing this while you're walking. The actual vendor pokes his head out of the cart, kind of curiously seeing what's going on, hearing some of the conversation here, and picking up on what Caressa said about the Dahlia looking like the symbol. And he'll say, the symbol of the Vanessa has not to do with the Dahlia or any flower for that matter. And he kind of looks at the symbol and then looks at the Dahlia and says, though I could see how one as foreign as yourself might be confused by such a notion. They do look somewhat similar, even if metaphorically. No, the symbol of the Vanessa, the sun upon suns, is a symbol of all of the different deities that people throughout the continent worship. We are an eclectic group of merchants who specialize in the sale of idols, talismans, religious texts, historical texts, all of a religious nature. But if flowers are something you're interested in, there is quite a good vendor of novels called the Griffin's Tale. I'm sure you'll find more subjects of botany with such a merchant.
I throw my arms up and look around as if to ask, where would such a merchant be?
Well, the vendor will say, I don't know where they are. You'll just have to have a look. Either that or go find them in the city below.
And nod and back away.
I will back away. I'll say, Ilmater be with you. Thank you.
See, you two at this point would probably be up. Oh, for the fucking love of God, you piece of shit program. Up here at this point. Did you guys follow? You didn't really say what you were doing.
We were following.
I'm following everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we've made it about here.
I guess we continue forward until we find like an offshoot of the passage.
Alright. One sec. I know there's a... What the fuck is this shit? Stupid fucking thing. Alright, fuck section B. I don't care about B right now. Always C. Always D. As you continue upward at about this point, you hear commotion coming from around the bend. And this isn't like how it has been. You know, people coming to and fro and you know, trading and just traveling and whatnot. People seem to be in hysterics from down the hall.
Let's head that direction to the noise-making people.
What direction on the map? Like roughly?
Just continuing the way you've been going, northwest, down the main hallway. Let me see. I know I wrote this. I need to do a better job of fucking organizing this motherfucking thing.
I will sneak forward until I see something. If I see something.
Section B, section... Where did I put this thing? And cavern. Oh, here we go.
Test.
I knew I
Okay,
fucking
good.
wrote it somewhere. God. All right. So as you round the corner here, you'll find that the wagon train has completely stopped. Carts are end to end. Many people are out of their wagons. They're goosenecking. Some people are screaming. There are people that are crying in hysterics. If you're trying to get up there, you're going to be like working your way through a crowd of people and carts and animals, trying to figure out exactly what's going on.
I'll have to get active if you want to listen.
What's that?
Nothing, sorry, I was talking to my kid.
Oh, okay. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, the side paths have been good to us so far.
So ask the nearest person if they know what the heck's going on up there.
All right. I want you guys roll investigation checks, everybody. If you're going out and investigating, I want everyone doing that.
I'm gonna roll with
18.
disadvantage. 4.
12.
2.
All right.
Jesus.
The only thing you know, Ed, is that some people were kidnapped. Let's see. Amanda rolled a 12. Ashley, you rolled a 12.
Yes.
What did Steven roll?
2.
All right, you found nothing.
You know what we tell you.
Huh. Steven's just like, this stone seems more gray than the last stone that we saw.
There's
What
definitely-
fine dwarven architecture.
I agree.
definitely a bookshop around here somewhere.
All right, as for Amanda and Ashley, who both rolled 12s, you are noting that more commotion is coming from further down the hall a ways, likely where whatever this abduction happened, is likely where this occurred. As for Ken, I'm actually going to message you what you found out because you rolled the highest and got all
Perfect.
of the remaining information.
Hells yeah.
Section E. I'm gonna actually edit some of this. Oh, I missed something. What was that? Just as though they... Fucking weird. All right, so you have all of the remaining information from the investigation, and if you want to relay that back to the party, you can. And for the ease of your gameplay, like I said, going forward, just consider your character as knowing all of the basics of the common language. With the and as far as like more eloquent language goes, that's what you would probably have to learn.
Is that to be mentioned?
No, that's to Ken. Oh,
That's to me. Yeah.
Never said what we knew.
Why would I have to tell you what you know about the English language? He's a bird person that has to learn through
So
mimicry.
No, but you never told me what I find out.
I told you what you found out. You found out that yes, people were kidnapped, and most of the commotion's coming from further up the hallway, and that's likely where the abductions occurred.
Oh, we already knew. Never mind. Okay.
So I cock my head in a bird-like manner, and I say, 4 kidnapped. Some rich, some poor. No gear stolen. Just taken. Let's save. And that's the most information I can convey.
Cool.
And I look
Yo,
around
Jose,
at the
what's
group
going on, dude?
for questions that I can answer.
Do we know the age of the kidnappees? Kidnappees?
No age, rich and poor.
Do we have information of like where they went?
Just taken.
So,
But they
Ken,
didn't
you would
take
know
the
that. It's
stuff.
something I omitted. There are, so Ken would know this, and he would relay this to you. There are
Just
2
people,
hallways.
not gear.
There are 2 hallways
For
up this
Sounds like
corridor.
important
and
people.
poor.
What the fuck?
Can we have
Anyway.
your dog? Can we have your dog sniff the gear and sniff them out?
Guys?
Sounds like a plan. Let's do
So,
that.
Ken would know this. It's something that I technically omitted in my editing of what I sent him, because it was kind of written for a DM and not for a player, so whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, there are 2 hallways that are approaching where you are. Or you're approaching it anyway. One's nearby to your right, so it would be the north-hand side, and the other is just down the hallway to the left, so it'd be the south-hand side. Yeah, if you were reading your maps, you'd know they were abducted and taken into this area, and the other ones were abducted and taken into this area. So, that's kind of where you are left. No, you don't really have any idea of the ages. I'm sure if you pressed a little bit more, there'd be something they could tell you. But as of right now, no, there's no indication as to age. All you know is that some people were taken. Obviously, the target was not riches because the carts themselves were not sacked. It seems that all that was
People taken, not
Yeah.
gear taken.
just people. Yeah. You're a piece of shit, dog.
Stella, I told her to come.
So the kidnapped people, they're not all together. They were split up.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we should tackle the hallway that's closest to us.
I have my dog sniff their belongings and tell where was it here? Tell Flapjack to lead us on.
Flapjack.
Well, I leave Blueberry back in. If someone wants to take care of a animal, you're welcome to have Blueberry. Otherwise, he stays back in the backside.
What is this? Images. What did you send me here, buddy?
Sounds like a ranger job.
Something else.
He's got the
Let's
saddlebags.
see,
Nothing in him yet.
D&D
but Blueberry has saddlebags.
5e
Flapjack is
Mastiff.
what I'm writing.
All right. So wait, did you say one's named Blueberry and the other one's named Flapjack?
Yeah.
I love that. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like the tanks that are always in the front probably shouldn't have a dog.
My keen hearing and smell. The Mastiff has
It's true. That's fine.
advantage on
I'll keep
wisdom
both of me.
perception checks.
That's I stay in the back anyway, so
Okay.
I just
I
don't
would,
know.
I would totally take the dog, but I'm also getting hit the most.
Cool.
All
I'll actually
right.
put the saddlebags on Flapjack with that I'm
All
writing.
right, you're writing
It's Blueberry.
Flapjack and Blueberry's up with Ashley. With
And
Clarissa.
Blueberry's with me, but I just I can send him out.
All right. You're going into the north hallway first. Flapjack has gotten a good whiff of the area. The guards are posting up and setting formations and trying to maintain order, and also setting up pathways for people who are not involved in the kidnapping to pass through. Everyone else, they're kind of ordering to remain to the side while search parties are being formed. And yeah, you enter into the hallway.
Can I ask how recent this was?
The kidnapping?
Yeah.
Sure. It was very recent. Like literally when you heard the commotion around the corner is when pretty much everything was happening.
Did anybody see anything that we could talk to a witness or anything?
In your investigations, what you found was that where'd it go? The entire area went dark.
I feel like I got all the info.
Yeah. All the area entirely went dark when everyone was kidnapped. It didn't last very long, and the entire episode was over almost as quickly as it began. And as soon as everyone was gone, the darkness subsided.
Oh. This sounds familiar.
So, you're going into the north section.
Yes, continue north passage up there.
Alright, let me check this
And
out.
the dogs.
Blueberry can scout.
I can sneak silently, so I can creep up on stuff, but I don't know if I have my north in the right direction.
Who has the best animal handling besides me?
I'm at a +2.
Okay. I'll have him scout in front of
What's
you.
your animal
If he
handling?
sees something, call him
What's
back.
your
And
animal
if
handling?
you see something, send him back to me. And I'll stay in the
On your
back.
character sheet.
Which one am I having? Flapjack or blueberry?
Blueberry.
Okay, blueberry. Got it.
Amanda's checking her animal handling right now.
Okay.
Is the north passage the one we're talking about? Is that where the candlestick is?
23.
It's on 23.
Okay.
Yeah. Candlestick's behind us. Yeah.
So it's around this. Okay, so it's around this corner that I'm
Yep.
creeping about. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Amanda has a +4 to her animal handling.
Okay, then Amanda, you can take.
Do you wanna walk with Blueberry?
Am I handling a dog? Sure.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Amanda can handle Blueberry if you guys are cool with it.
It's on me.
Yep.
I put the stat block into. Actually, I'll fix the stat block with the actual name.
Okay.
See if I can get that.
All right, so you guys grab the dogs and head into here. All right. Roll perception checks at advantage for the dogs.
Wait, what am I doing?
Rolling a
It'd just be
perception
Justin,
check.
right?
Huh?
Well, actually, I'll do one, but I'm in back. So.
At advantage.
Does everyone roll for that
twice
then?
and take the better number.
No, just the people with the dogs.
Oh wait, I gotta give you the +3 for the dogs. So 17 plus 3 is 20. So Blueberry got a 20.
And Flapjack got a 16.
Was that an
Alright.
advantage?
Oh, no, it wasn't. Let me try one more time, just in case. Yeah, 16.
Okay. Well, Blueberry being in front leads the way down this corridor. You see that. Well, keep rolling. Give me two more. Give me another roll at advantage for Blueberry and for Flapjack. Ooh, daddy, 20. +3 is 23. Blueberry's on fire. Good job.
I rolled to put
18.
him out.
The way you're rolling perception right now is the same way animal handle. So the bonus is +4 and you add it to a roll. So how skills work.
Really hard to have wisdom next to it.
Because wisdom is the source of the bonus. It is a wisdom-based skill. That's right, I did cheat. Yes, it does. Everything is D20 except for damage. You want to do skill specific? Because we didn't do skills. We do skill specific. I'm totally rolling my eyes.
How's it
What
going
did
to take him
Flapjack get?
like a 5-minute break quick?
You needed 5 minutes?
Yeah, that'd be good. If
Yeah, we
everyone's okay with
could
that.
use the let the dogs out too. So, yeah.
Alright, let's take 5.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly why I need 5.
Okay.
All right, scene 5.
Okay.
Look alive, I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
I work.
for the fight.
Remember, I actually leave and go out into the world.
There's a bag. You know, whatever the case, we're winning.
I think so.
Introducing your champion.
When this is over, they're all gonna know the name. Gibraltar.
I am the jump master. Have faith in our descent. Not in something like this way. Hostile spotted. Never mind. Trust your senses. Hostile flatline here.
First blood.
Recharging my shields. Fight alone with that thing. The last of that enemy squad is dead. Nice kill. Give him my shield to recharge.
One
their fate. That squad is out. Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
That we have.
Your fight is not over yet.
Are you gonna use it?
Hitting my aim. Half the squads remain.
Recharging shield.
The hunt's begun. Evotion's here. Level 2.
I'm 20. I'm first.
Emily was saying something about redoing stuff, and she mentioned
Just
friends.
gotta patch myself up.
And I was like, well, I know that I have a lot of it at the house. I thought Justin was using the doors, but we bought new doors. So I'll ask if we can,
Yeah.
if she can have it, but I don't know.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Enemy shield. How you doing? I think this place needs a little more me. Reloading. Down's an enemy. Enemy killed. I took care of it. Don't worry.
For my love. For Boone. I assure you will meet in the horrors of
Push.
Rings close. 45 seconds.
Oh, I just hopped on.
Really, like, put it in.
I just gotta patch myself up.
Like,
Hang
I
on.
can't tell the difference, like,
scanning the
like,
area.
how you bought it.
Food. Just got back.
I'm not sure if I'm feeling Apex right now.
Oh, I'm not. Absolutely not. I want to play
Yeah, I
Rocket
don't.
League earlier.
Yeah, I'm still on Rocket League.
Kinda just meandered in the
I'm not still on
fucking
Rocket League. I
now.
got off my COD with crit for a bit.
1 sec. Healing up.
Like any type of Call of Duties nowadays.
Yeah, the recent ones aren't that great.
You're gonna what, Justin?
Almost there. We are close to the ring.
No, I ran into boost for my double tap. This is bullying.
Trust your maps.
Wake up. Rings moving. That thing hurts.
I wanted to behind me, that way it wouldn't be there. Excuse me.
I haven't seen any.
Check it over there. Level 4.
You can take it.
Care package on high.
I'll take that.
I am back. I don't know if everyone else is.
We are back.
I'm here too.
All right. Planet is so weird.
We're predicted to have a cool summer.
Really? So much for that global warming stuff. Anyway. All right. So, what did you say Flapjack got?
The latest one was 18.
18. All right. Blueberry got a 23. And that's going to bring you to this intersection right here. Roll another perception check at advantage. At advantage. At advantage.
Wish you could roll these. I'll just.
Roll twice and take the better of two numbers. Advantage. Look at
Oh,
you
here we go.
fucking go. Another 23 for.
Wait, I thought it was
11, 13,
You're rolling
14.
For the dog. The dog has a 3.
okay.
Yes, Blueberry got on the 23. What did Flapjack get?
14.
All right. Blueberry.
Watch me roll like shit during the battle, but the fucking dog gets a 23.
Takes you right to the end. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna do something too. Search.
Dog.
Dog.
Dog. Mastiff.
Oh damn. The fuck? Search. Dog. How dare you?
Death dog.
What the fuck is a death dog? Oh, it's got 2 fucking heads.
Fucking hell. I don't know.
Oh, you go puppy.
Oh, there is a shadow man.
He's a puppy. Alright, we're good. We need to X that out.
Yeah, color that one blue.
We need to... Well, we need to copy it first. And then paste it. And then Flapjack is gonna be...
Tan, yeah.
Tannish. Where's a good tan color? There's a good tan color. Doesn't even come out right. God damn.
It's so orange.
It does. And then blueberry. It's gonna be a blueberry because that just looks like shit.
It's fucking purple.
Plum. Plum sun. Alright. Scale down the puppers. Alright. And then this is blueberry. And this is Jack. Actually, give me a copy. The fuck? Give me a paste, you bitch. Fucking asshole. Shit. Okay. Alright. Now. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Blueberry sits right in front of this wall. Maybe. If it... Oh yeah, I gotta get snap off of there. Toggles, don't snap. Auto raise sticky, I don't know what that is. What? I just said don't snap, you cunt. Sticky? There we go. Alright, you're pissing me off. This game makes me mad right now, I'm not gonna lie. Lock, grid? No grid, maybe?
Yeah. Maybe the next, if you can design the next ones in either D&D or Roll20 or something we know that we're comfortable with, might be helpful.
No grid, no sticky.
It looks good, it's just, if we can't use it, there's no point.
Alright. So yeah, Blueberry sits right in front of this wall, gives a couple of roof, 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 and just kind of wagging her tail. Just kind of looks back at everybody, looks at the wall, looks back at you. She's waiting.
Secret entrance.
Yeah, can I look for a possible entryway into the wall?
All right. Roll perception checks.
I swear to God. 10.
Plus.
I got dirty 20.
Nice.
6. Perfect.
You're so good at this. My would find Dwarven architecture. So good at this, bud.
I mean, it makes sense because the dogs were doing so good job. I just wasn't paying attention. Just.
Where'd you hear me woofing? Now you're over here.
Cute.
Nah, she's annoying. I want to punch her in the face.
Stop.
She's been bad. She was so good, like so pristinely good for about 10 hours, and then she ruined it all.
I told you to put that collar back on her. And beep it.
No.
Don't even put it on her and beep it, and she'll start acting right.
Alright, what did everybody else get?
Beep, beep.
13.
Kick. Anybody else? Ken? Ashley?
I told you I got a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, that's right, you got a dirty 20. Who am I missing? Ken's muted.
Did Ken come back from doing what he did?
Well, the 14 and the 20 for sure find it. The 13, you were so close. You were just about to get it. And then Caressa leaps in front of you. Ah, there it is. And you're like, damn. My thing just died. It just died. I have not charged that. This is the first time I've had to charge this thing since I got it. It's fucking epic. Alright, where are you? What do you take? I don't even know. I've never even had to charge you before. Oh, you take one of those. That's pretty fucking cool. Mm-hmm. Makes life easier.
What fucking wine is that?
Alright, change this.
Smart man.
Alright, somebody say something.
Hello.
Yes.
We're still good. Tried to put it on charger. Okay, so here's the Earth. Alright, so would what the fuck was that about? Is it not charging? That's stupid. It's fucking stupid, stupid, stupid. I'm the piece of shit. I didn't charge it. Does it say it's charging? It says it's charging, yeah, it's a light.
But it might be draining at the same time.
Yeah. So, we'll just do this for now. I imagine you can hear that. You always tell me how you can hear it from the other room.
Might not hear that one guy.
It's alright, we'll let it charge for a little bit. Alright. Alright, so you guys find a kind of a crack in the wall that you can slip your hand into, and there's a Kendo roller one, okay. And you feel that there's a some kind of a handle that you can wrap your fingers around and maybe pull or push or whatever, twist or yank in some direction maybe to get this area to open up for you. What do you do?
Should I'm gonna ask Kat.
Alright, Ken, check for traps.
He checks for traps. I was trying to figure out how to reconnect.
There he is.
Alright, what? You check for traps, so you roll a d20.
It's a perception, right? I think they use in this. 12. You do not find any traps.
Kronk.
Pull the lever, Kronk. All right.
Can someone do a detect magic?
If you want.
Do it.
You want to do a detect magic?
Yeah.
All right. You cast detect magic and you sense no magic. You don't have to roll it. But I think it consumes a spell slot for you. You have that prepped? I think you have that prepped.
I did it to my cards right here.
Okay. Alright, so you pull the lever, and the crack in the wall seems to separate in essentially revealing a doorway. The seams were just so precise that this entrance was undetectable by the naked eye. But you pull the lever, and a part of the wall, section of the wall, slides out, or in rather, and you are staring down a narrow corridor that it kind of leads, it slopes downhill. Let me see, where's my, I got this thing. I'd rather kind of look at it outside of maps, maps. Choose these. All right, that's so much better. All right.
What the actual shit is that?
That's what. Don't look at it. We had this conversation.
I can barely see it.
Well, then stop barely seeing. I want you to no see.
Oh my. Okay, I know see.
Thank you. All right, so this narrow corridor, it slopes downhill. As you continue forward, you actually have to step sideways a little bit in a couple of areas in order to squeeze through. Some of the sloping is natural, but some of it's actually steep enough that it requires a couple of staircases that have been chiseled into the flooring. You know, a couple of here, you know, a couple here, a couple there, and at the end of the staircase, it opens up into a wide cavern. From what you can see,
Isn't Frodo fighting Sheila?
No. From what you can see, the cavern that it opens into is pretty large. Edward, well, let's see, dark vision, or you guys have dark vision, right? Those with dark vision and your magical dark vision would be able to see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those with dark vision would not be able to see to the other side. But Edward, with your magical dark vision, once you get to the opening of the cavern, you would. Let me paint a picture. A word picture.
Imagination.
All right, so, let's see. As this cavern opens up, it kind of curves off to the left, and that curve kind of starts to the left and then heads towards the direction you're facing. And then there's another wall to your right that does the same thing, kind of curves off to the right and then up in the direction that you're facing. So kind of this horseshoe shaped, you know, U-shaped cavern that you're looking into, just off to the left, maybe 10-15 feet, there is a column of stone, natural stone, that is connecting floor to ceiling. So it's creating a blind spot there for you. There's some rubble and kind of actually, I know there's a thing here, a description section.
Stalactites and stalagmites.
Hold on, kind of slightly up. Here to west side, there's some different. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Off to the right hand side, you see that there is some debris on the ground. Some of it is rocks and dirt, but there's also piles of simple weapons just laying on the ground. And that's to your right hand side against the wall, about 30 and 40 feet away from you. To the left, there is a small pit with kind of loose gravel and loose rocks inside of it. And beyond that, those with dark vision can see another column. It starts very, very wide at the base and then gets very narrow at the top. But like the other column, this one reaches all the way to the ceiling. So there's a blind spot beyond that column as well. But the dark vision that you have can't really see past that far regardless, because that column is about 50 feet away from you. Those without dark vision, you can only see, only so far with your lanterns. And that's all the information you have right now. Further up ahead in an area that you cannot see. Actually, roll perception checks. Let's see what you can hear.
I'm gonna do that double odd thing.
You can't.
16.
You don't have advantage.
I got open
10. Those who rolled 10 or higher can, well, everyone can hear the clinking of metal on metal. Those rolling a 10 or higher can somewhat think they hear the garbled, muffled, echoey sounds of talking.
Out of my pocket, and I'll do the board thing into him, kind of just fly up towards the ceiling.
Sorry, 1 second, 1 second. I'm not even seeing that, so... Alright, so you say you're taking Screech out and sending him up ahead?
Yeah, and then just go 100 feet up, like the average. Just see if I can pick up anything else.
All right. Okay. So you walk into him, and what you see is that just beyond the large column that I told you about, there's a wall that juts from left to right. That wall kind of leads to a ledge, and that ledge kind of divides this cavern into an upper section and a lower section, and you guys are in the lower section. There is a staircase that leads the lower to the upper section. And you said 100 feet is how far you're going? Is that like the max distance, or what's the max distance? All right, 100 feet gets you to the staircase. How far is his vision in general? All right. The blind sight kind of tells you that there are some other caverns, columns and walls up ahead. The space is a little more constricted up there than it is here, but it's still pretty wide out in the open. No!
No, ma'am.
Fucking dumbass dog. I hate that dog right now. She's really getting me angry. Anyway. The whatever the sounds of the clinking metal are coming from beyond that area because nothing was picked up, but if you're warding into them, you can hear more clearly the sounds of the clinking metal and the sounds of talking up ahead. But you just can't confirm the amount or the exact location.
Yeah, that's all from like the upper section.
Yes. Yeah, so right now, and the other thing too you can discern is that like this first section of the cavern that you're experiencing through the bat is kind of kidney bean shaped. So it like, yeah, that's the best way I can describe it, is it's kidney bean shaped. Oh, and then also with the bat you perceive that there's another potential hallway leading out to the left-hand side once you get up past the upper landing. All right. Are you turning the bullseye lanterns off?
I have a creeper spell that I can use on all of us.
Oh, what spell?
Well, I'm trying to find it. Pass without trace.
That's just for you though, range self.
No, it's not.
Range self. Veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you, and your companions from detection. So it emanates from, that's why range self emanates from you.
Mm-hmm.
For the duration, up to 1 hour. Okay. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
Yeah, I can use this, guys.
It lasts for an hour.
Mostly, I can cast it again. I only used one of my spells. We have 3, right?
You have a lot. You have...
Well, I can only use them a certain amount of times, though.
Cast without trace. You only have... You have 2... But I mean, this is, I would say, a good use of a level 2 spell slot, to be honest. You have 2 level 2 spell slots, so that would consume 1 of your 2. It's good use.
It is.
Yeah.
But, so the one I already did was a first
It's a level,
one?
yeah, it's a level 1. So you have 3 more level 1s, and then if you cast this, 1 more level 2.
Okay, so then I could do that twice. Like, when we go in, investigate, and then if we're in there too long, I can just use it on the way back.
You could.
That's fine with me.
Alright, so you cast Pass Without Trace.
Pass Without Trace.
Everybody gets a plus 10 bonus to their stealth checks.
Excuse me. It's everyone in the group, yeah.
It says each creature. It doesn't say there's a limit to the creature. So yeah, the Mastiffs as well. Oh, fucking YouTube, man. Where's that coming from? Killing me.
How long is the video?
3 hours. That's how long we've been playing.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we've been at this a while. Yeah, give me stealth checks.
Thanks, baby.
You said, Ken, you have those boots. What's the advantage that the boots give you?
15.
25. Whenever you give me a number, add on the bonus. So it's plus 10 plus
10.
whatever you have here as well. So your stealth's plus 2, so you actually get plus 12 for the next hour.
Your steps make no sound regardless of the surface you're moving on. You have advantage on dexterity checks.
God, you're immaculate for this entire time. You get plus 10 plus advantage. You're like the god tier rogue right now.
Right.
That's self-check.
At advantage.
So I have 27.
But that's why you roll advantage. You roll twice and take the better number.
Wait, what the fuck?
What?
Yep, so that's
I didn't know that.
Oh, him. I'll let you know when you get advantage. For Christ's sakes.
This is so confusing.
It's not confusing.
Sir, or the most stealth.
I don't even know why I'm doing this. It doesn't fucking matter. Alright, so you got a 34. Onwin got a 27. Caressa gets a 21. Ed got a Nelson. Yes. What'd you get? What was it? Nelson. That's with your bonus? Thank you. And then Melor. 14 with the plus 10? And that's also with your regular stealth bonus? Oh, because of your armor? Okay. Melor, is that because of your armor?
We're both at disadvantage, and he has a plus 0 to his stealth. So he rolled a 4.
And then I gave him 10.
Word. Alright. Perfect. Well, it seems like everyone's perfectly fine and dandy and stealthy. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, lanterns. No one answered me. Bullseye lanterns. Are they staying lit or are they not?
I will want to grab onto Onwin because I can't see shit.
I got you.
All right, Onwin and Blueberry are leading the pack.
You can have a seeing eye elf.
Actually,
Can they see in the dark?
that's actually what I want to know, is that they have
They all
dark
have
vision
night
at all.
vision, right?
Senses, passive perception 13, keen hearing and smell. Doesn't say anything about dark vision though, even though I think technically they should have it. They should at least have
Night vision.
dim light or something, like a dim light vision or some shit.
See, I'm writing mine, and I have vision, so I'm just guiding where to go.
I'm going to say that the dogs have low light vision because it totally fucking makes sense that they should. There's no reason that they shouldn't have low light vision, at the very least. It doesn't make sense. Well, this DM is saying that they do because that's literally how they work in real life. They specifically don't have the cones for color perception that helps them see at night. Like, that's the whole fucking point. It's like literally the whole point. Why they're colorblind. Fucking silly, 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 silly. So, alright, so you move ahead slowly but surely. If you take this main path up kind of the center of the hallway, those with dark vision will see that there is a weapon stand up against the northern wall here in this lower section off on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, like I said, there's a pile of weapons, and as you continue up and you get to the staircase, there are stacks of boxes and crates on the lower section up against the wall, both the cavern wall to the right and the landing wall to the north. You are at the foot of the staircase.
How steep is it?
Huh? Alright.
Yeah, how steep is it? Like, are the dogs gonna be okay?
Yeah, they'll be fine. It's not... It's about only 5 feet up. And the staircase is a 10-foot staircase, so... 10 foot long.
So it's like that, not like...
Yeah, it's not a steep grade, it's a...
Gradual.
Gradual, yeah. Alright, so... you head up the staircase, and you hit the landing, and you can kind of get the feeling... those with low light vision, like, you can see that there is, like, two pathways, like, two walkways. Like, people have been treading this enough that, you know, the stone has been worn down, and it has been made, like, its own, like, pathway. One heading to the north, one heading to the west, and you can see the western path does head down a very large hallway. There are also about 50 feet away to the right side. Everyone would be able to see this at this point. There are some sconces on the wall that start lighting this upper area. To your immediate right, there is a very wide column. It's about 10 feet wide. You don't know what's behind it, but you can see kind of from how the layout is right now. The actual cavern wall is behind it, and it stretches northward to the far end of the cavern. Underneath the sconces, there is a table. You can't, from where you are, see what is on the table. But there is a table underneath the sconces that is very well lit. There is another very large cavern column to your forward left. I'd say 11 o'clock. And Somewhere beyond it, behind it, is another light source, but you can't see from where you are exactly where the light source is. The clanking of metal and the talking is coming from far ahead at the far end of the cavern to the north.
Just double check if they're.
Say that again? Two distinct paths. The light source that you can't tell where it is, so like you could call it technically a third path. It's not really a pathway, but it is a way you could go. So if you go dead straight ahead, right along the main path, right? Like I said, just to the left of the main path, there is a column, and that column, there is like a small little pathway there between that column and the western wall. And beyond that column and western wall, there is a light source. So you could walk in that direction. There is a way you can go. It's just not tread upon very much, so there isn't a clear, distinct walkway as there is with the two other directions. If that...
What direction is that?
It's to your left, but it also leads north.
So west.
It's to the west, heading north.
Okay.
And right now you're kind of in the middle east side, heading north.
Would we all fall through this passage?
Yeah, you could all go through there. You saying the main one or the little one?
The little one.
Yeah, everyone can make it through the little one.
Try to sneak the little one.
Sure.
I will stealth my way through the little one.
All right.
See what I can see.
What you see is up ahead. So, this column is providing you a lot of cover from the rest of this northern upper landing. Like, a lot of cover. There's even, like, a little nook in here that basically conceals you from almost the entire freaking cavern. To the left of this nook is a sconce in the wall. Just above it to the north, there is a large stalagmite that has been chipped down to create kind of like a table. And just beside it is another low-lying pit of gravel and loose rock. Let's see, is there enough light? Yeah, there's enough light here. You'd be able to see. Beyond that to the north, there's another column, and behind that column is another weapon stand. Both of the weapon stands, by the way, do have weapons upon them. Right now, nothing stands out to you, but...
There are no people or creatures or anything. It's just a table.
You said how far is your dark vision?
I don't have dark vision.
It's like 30 feet, I think.
Alright, you don't have dark vision. So,
It's in my cards.
right now, since you don't have dark vision, the sconces aren't lighting far enough into the cavern for you to get a really good vision on like what's happening, like who is where. You can tell that people are present. You can tell that shadows are moving around. The light is kind of like flickering and causing the shadows to move and dance upon the floors and the walls. It's very difficult for you to really get a grasp on what's happening that far away from you, because that's about 60 feet away right there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The column is 50 feet away alone, and the weapon stand behind it that's up against the wall is 60. With all between the distance, the darkness, and everything kind of moving and shifting, you can't really get a grasp on where people actually are.
So, according to that, you can touch people and give them dark vision.
Okay.
And it's for 60 feet.
Does everyone follow into that area with Ken?
Well, we all have to stay together.
Well, some of you do. At least one.
Well, no. We're under my spell. We have to stay together. If someone breaks off, they...
Yeah. You touch a creature and they have dark vision.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant for my other spell.
Pass
that I
without a
just
trace?
did. Yes.
It's not how I'm reading it. I think it's just at the time of casting, people need to be within 30 feet of you, and then they have it for the next hour.
Do you think there would be a better description in here?
It's the same description. That's how I would read the rules, is as long as they're within 30 feet of you at time of casting, they have the spell. They can go wherever they need to go.
Wherever they need to go.
Mhm.
Like, we don't have to stay together.
Alright. You all pretty much see what Ken sees, except for Ed, if you are peeking in that direction. I'll tell you what you see. I'm assuming you're peeking over to where the sounds of the clinking metal are happening? Okay.
Yes. Are there like wall that I can sneak up on?
Yeah, that one column that's over by the weapon stand, if you wanted to go up there. The only thing is that you will be placing yourself in a lit area if you sneak up there. 1 second. Let's see. Give me 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. I gotta type something out. What's wrong with me? I'm just stupid. Hold on, hold on. I relayed the information to Ed. Did you say that really loud? Does someone cover his mouth when he goes, oh shit?
Language.
No? Alright, Captain America. Ooh, yeah. I think you're safe. You kind of want the thing that you may or may not have seen kind of looked in your direction when you went, oh shit.
But this is what I don't get. Like, if we're passing without a trace, then everything we do shouldn't be traceable.
Yeah, but he's yelling at you. It's more like if you're trying to be stealthy, when you do a stealth check, you're actively trying to be stealthy. You're trying to conceal yourself. But when you do something that disrupts that concealment, it can still be detected. So if he cries out, "Oh shit," that's still going to be audible.
Oh, so they're like actively looking around, like what the hell?
Yeah. Like he'd look, thinking he heard something, but the thing is, like, your spell is concealing also your imagery in shadows, and like I said, like the fire's flickering, it's casting shadows everywhere. It's also really dark. Plus, your spell is concealing yourself. Like he's gonna be like, kind of like that. Like he's on the lookout. He's alert. Doesn't necessarily see something. He might not. But
yeah, but he can't see us anyway. Like he just heard something.
Wolves out there. They're wolfmen out there, like I said, and they're looking towards us, but they haven't seen us yet.
Are you still looking in that direction? Roll a perception check. What'd you get?
Jeopardize this mission, we're leaving you to the wolves. Leaving you to the wolves.
What?
Open his nose.
So for this, shadows and silence radiate from you. So what I'm considering this is it's something that conceals your vision, anything vision and hearing related.
It's also that the floor we don't leave things around.
Right?
Okay, so if that's vision and hearing, then they wouldn't have heard him.
But not necessarily fully, but like more. It's not like invincibility, but yeah, you're right.
Right, a numbing effect, exactly.
It's too much gray area.
Let me tell the story, alright?
Yeah, but I'm trying to do what the card's saying, and then they're like, you guys are saying other things. It's confusing.
You're doing a good job. You did the right thing. It's working. I promise.
But that's fine. But like in here.
Anyway, alright, so did you relay all the information? You did, right? Alright, so facts. Makes sense.
I slowly start to delve towards them with trying to get eyes on what's going on between these two wolf men.
They're fighting in their snippets.
So do they know
if they're animals with wolves for heads? I haven't met a good wolf with for heads in this world.
Even with your image, change about status, you see it a huge process, nothing here has changed.
Maybe I'm just jaded.
Alright, so this is how I'm going to the internet for how other players and DMs have treated Pass Without a Trace in this exact scenario. Okay? How they use and interpret the spell is that the magic behind the spell is what gives you the +10 to stealth for the hour. It doesn't make you guaranteed invisible, inaudible, or insmellable, whatever the word is for that. It's not automatic. Okay? As per the rule and can't be tracked except for magical means, that means if you're moving through an area and you escape the vicinity of where people are, the +10 should automatically overcome people's passive perception for you. So it's not like if they need to be actively looking, like anything if like, oh, like they're not looking for you and something out of the corner of their eye or something, or if they're looking around and happens, like that would be passive perception. It's basically automatically going to fail. They'd have to actively be looking for you, and either if you're in the exact vicinity, they'd have to beat your check on a perception roll. So their perception would have to beat your stealth roll. Or if you're not in the area and they're trying to track you with a survival check, it would fail automatically. They would need magic to actually track you like a hunter would track you. That's how that works.
Yeah, but when you think of tracking, you think of tracks and smelling and seeing and all that. But that completely, like, neglects all of it.
I don't think it neglects it at all, because they have to roll, and they have to beat your roll either in the vicinity or use magic if you're not in the vicinity. So what's the hang up? Correct.
No traces of its passage to ascend means of a trace, but that would be.
Yeah.
So people
Right.
Like, if I'm thinking too much into it, then, like, just tell me. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. But for me, it's a gray area because, like, untraceable, that means you don't leave anything behind, which is smell.
Yeah, it would smell.
But then, like, but it doesn't include it, and that's just where I'm confused. And if I'm reading too much into it, then you can just say...
Yeah, that's interesting about smell, is because it doesn't mention smell. Because it says a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you.
Yeah, but then the hearing, but he yelled out.
But here's the thing about stealth, is that you have to actively be stealthy.
Like,
if you break your... Like, if I try to be stealthy and then I clap, like, that no amount of magic or anything is going to, like, unless, like, I legitimately have, like, a silence spell going on, like, I'm not being stealthy anymore. I'm bringing attention to myself. So if he's being stealthy, he goes, oh, shit! Like, they can hear that still.
Okay.
Like, it's a +10 to stealth check, so you still have to maintain the act of being stealthy.
Like, it doesn't even dull it a little bit, or no?
I mean, if you shout out, you shout out. I mean...
Okay. Alright, I'm getting a better understanding.
Yeah. And that was the thing, is like, I rolled their perception and it still did not beat your stealth. And that was the whole point of the stealth roll. Like, he looked over thinking he heard something, But to him, he it's just like he just misheard. Like he's not doing it. He's still there. He's up against the wall. Like everything played out the way it should have. Anyway, so you are in this little nook. Yeah. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna go up. Alright, so well, like I said, let me get this this thing back here. To the north, I mean, like I said, so the table is again it's wide. It's like a 10-foot wide table. It's sitting long ways. It's spanning long ways across where you're looking. It's not like north-south in the direction you're looking. It's going across from you. But it's also situated towards your left a little bit. It's like offset left, right? So, the cavern wall, there's about a 10-foot gap between the table and the wall at any given area. So the wall actually curves around this table, giving you other places you could hide behind. And that's kind of what's to the front left of you. What's immediately in front of you, if you're looking dead north, about 40 feet ahead, 50 feet ahead, like I said, is that column that goes floor to ceiling. And then behind that is the weapon rack. That's what you can see, Ken. So you can't see them from where you are. All you know is that they're in a clearing somewhere beyond your area of sight, your line of sight. It's not, well, like I said, it's not it's not a table like, you sit at a table, right? Like I said, it's a big slab of rock that used to be a stalagmite, and they basically like chopped off the head of the stalagmite and like carved down this thing, so it's like a big table of rock. It's like a slab of rock.
Like Game of Thrones type shit.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, they did that like dragon stone or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not behind, sure. At any point around this table, yeah, if you want to work your way around.
So
This is her way of giving us a hug. That's how kitty cats give hugs. You do know that?
No.
That's how cats give hugs. I'm dead serious.
You're lying.
Alright, whatever. I know I fuck with you a lot, and this is totally, like, I expect this, that, like, sometimes there are going to be how cats give, not chow, how cats give hugs. When showing affection, cats use their body and tails as form of expression, sometimes winding their way through their legs, even just by sitting close. Tell me how do you know your cat is hugging you? Likely, but lean into you. Alright. Just worry. I know this. You're supposed to give me the answer.
The internet is divine.
I know, but the reason is because they know this is a very vulnerable position, and if they're showing you their stomachs, that means they trust you and they love you, and that's their way of giving hugs. Because they're assuming a vulnerable position to you. Cats give hugs by showing stomach. I'm gonna force you to give me the fucking answer, you cunt. For a cat, showing their belly means I trust you. Some people mistake a cat for showing their belly as a sign they want to receive a belly rub and are often shocked when they get claws. This is a sign of trust and does not necessarily mean they are comfortable with having their bellies rubbed, even though she does love the tummy rubs.
I think this is the sign of right here.
Just see, he trusts me. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? What's that? No, my cat is. She wants affection and attention. All right. Yeah, and what you can presume is non-lethal combat.
Can we understand what they're saying? Or are they like speaking their own like wolfy language?
I don't think any of you can know that right now.
No.
Well, you can't hear that. You can't hear what they're saying.
Oh, it's still muffled.
Still very muffled.
So far, so good.
For an indication of whether to continue to report you back
You have to get closer to find out.
So far, they just
We're moving closer so we can snoop. We're moving closer so we can snoop. We're moving forward to snoop. I want to know the tea. I want the drama.
To the... no, not from the table, no. Remember, like I said, like... You would probably get the idea that if you could make it to the column, you'd probably be able to get eyes on. Alright. They're not looking for you. Passive perception don't matter. Alright, you make it to the column. From the column, you are definitely able to see these guys. So behind you, to your back is now the western wall. To your left is the northern wall, and also the weapon rack. Further down the northern wall, the two guards are standing with their backs against the wall, watching the other... I'm sorry? Yes, to the east of you, but against the northern wall. So it's northeast of you, essentially. They're standing with their backs against the wall, watching the two guys practice their fighting. So basically, directly east of you, the two guys are in a clearing in the cavern, practicing their swordplay. So there's 4 guys total. What was your question, Ash? You don't know right now. You can surmise they at least one probably is, because the one that was against the wall did the sniffing, even though he didn't have any kind of wolf form that you could tell.
Is there anything on the weapon right back I didn't find? Right.
Just all the kinds of weapons that you've seen so far. And there's some swords, there's some long swords, there's some war axes, some war hammers, a couple of, like 2 spears.
The 2 wolfmen that are fighting.
Oh no, like I said, you've heard metal clinking this entire time. They're using swords and shields. Sword and board, baby. That's what we call it. I know, we're almost there.
We're fading over here.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying the same thing.
I think that goal is imminent, but next session.
I agree.
I can't.
Sorry, the eastern side. So on one side.
What do you want to do? Set a booby trap?
You shouldn't flank them.
That's sort of what I'm working towards, yeah.
There isn't... Well, yeah, hold on. Fucking shit.
Start doing poltergeist kind of shit.
Stack all the chairs in a weird tower. No, I'm kidding. I'm just saying, behind the pillar, waiting for someone to make contact.
Roll the build. Is there a position where, like, you know, you can like make a noise and have one guy that's the game, like, take that guy out. Yeah. Is there a position? Does the one person to say hello, you want to introduce yourself before you become murder host?
Let's do it peacefully before my.
Actually, I have a question for Steven. Your warg ability, is that for your familiar only, or can you warg into any animal? Okay. I mean, you guys have options as far as creating.
Someone would say hello. It's worth it if you don't want to. If you want to be on the vengeance, we can go that route too. You seem the most religious and wanted to give you the option. I don't give you the way. We're tracking kidnapping. So.
You don't know children. We didn't specify age.
We know what happened. The spider thing happened. It was the spiders. They were kidnapped. They were spiders. These are wolves. Different. That's my guess. So if we give someone the opportunity to say hi, that's great. Otherwise, we'd be searching for a child right now.
Alright, well, why don't we end session here? It's 11 p.m. Eastern, and you guys can deliberate a plan of attack next time.
Sounds good.
Otherwise, you're blasted.
Alright. What's up? Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Actually, fucking.
2 weeks is our rehearsal, isn't it?
No, 2 weeks is my bachelor party. I'm not gonna be here, so it's next Friday. Can we do next Friday? You're not gonna be here? Cause yeah, 2 Fridays after that is my bachelor party. The next Friday after that is my rehearsal dinner. Cause Saturday after that is my wedding, our wedding, and then.
We're playing at the wedding.
Yes, we're playing at the rehearsal dinner. That's the best. That's our in-person session.
DnD.
Justin's gonna print out the map. Monopoly pieces.
When is our rehearsal dinner even over? And are we doing something afterward?
I mean, if everyone wants to go out. If everyone wants to go out and do something, like, we might, but I don't see us staying out long.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I don't think the 9th is gonna happen. We might be off for, if we can't do a substitute night next week, then we might be off for the next 3 Fridays until the 16th. So we should find out a substitute night, so we don't have to skip 3 weeks.
I could probably get next week work. It'll be tricky, and I might be scrapping shit, but I might be able to make it work.
I mean, you guys mentioned Wednesdays as well as being one of your free days. If we have to do like a Wednesday night, like short session, that's fine too.
How about off on 29th? Like a daytime sesh?
I work.
Amanda works.
I get home at like 4:30.
I'm supposed to be working.
On a holiday? Okay. Well, maybe.
Why? What's the 29th?
Memorial Day.
Do you want to do an afternoon session on the 29th?
Do like a dinner time sesh.
I'm fine with that.
Fine with me.
All right, let's do Monday the 29th.
Start out to attack is like on the 26th or something, just so everyone's aware and they can cancel if they have to.
That sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm making